Okay, so I'm back. Yeah, I don't know if I put anything from the first part of this video or not, but anyway. So here's the old one. This is the original one, and this is the new one. And the difference is quite evident and obvious. This here, you see how thick that is there? And you see how thin that is there? I just wonder if this one's just as thick. Yeah, it's just as thick. So here we can see the difference. See that and see that? Now Krone's kind of good about certain things like adding steel to weak pieces. If you look at this gizmo right here, this auger stub, that's solid. This is not a hollow piece that they welded a cap on. That's a solid piece of steel that has been machined to, you know, accept the bearings that are there. So you can see the difference between that one there and this one here. As you see, it touches the cement there, and here there's about an inch. There's definitely an inch difference there on that spot. And you can see there's a little bit of a concave there where it started to bend, whereas this one does not have that, or this one does not have that. So this auger is what happens when they start to fold back like that is that they start to roll the material into the back of the pickup header, and then it'll become a pinch point, and it will actually bind right here. And you can see that this right here is actually super polished and rolled over. On the back side there's actually a lip there. So that's been rolling over. So the new ones, obviously, it was a good call to buy two brand new augers instead of, you know, just one and fight with the augers Now, yeah. So right here, and I just would like to talk about this a little bit. These are very expensive parts and pieces. Krone, that's Dad going in. Krone makes awesome balers. Like I said, this has over 40,000 bales through it. I know somebody had said that I said this baler had 100,000 bales. I never said this baler had 100,000 bales on it, ever. I never said that. I'm hoping it will get to 100,000 bales before I do anything with it. And my neighbor has a Heston baler 4x4 that he claims he has 100,000 bales on, but I don't know. But anyways, when you go to repair these bits and pieces or replace them, you do realize how expensive they are. Like this was $1,600. One of those was $700, and the other one was not $300 and some dollars. It was $500 and some dollars. He misspoke because I got the bill today, and I'm like, wait a minute, that was $700. And then I looked at the other one. It was supposed to be $3, but no, it was $5 and $700 and change, you know. And yeah, so the rest of these things are all sprockets that go in to that piece of equipment. And we are missing a couple. Oh, this is the part that I was hoping we were not missing. Or is it missing? There's a part that I'm missing that I really need, and I don't have. They didn't have it. So at some point, like this one here, this is replaced, you know, all this stuff, bearings, sprockets. There's a whole bunch of crap in here. Look at this stuff. I mean, there's just a whole bunch of crap in here. These little washers that I need and don't remember where they go, and you know, all that stuff. So there's $6,600 worth of stuff here, including a couple of things up front, like this little guy here. This spring here, I broke this while I was in North Carolina, and I wanted to replace it. That's for the stuff. But you come in here, I did end up purchasing the new knife arm. This new knife arm for the small square 570 New Holland baler. That's the only piece of New Holland equipment that I run anymore. I do have a little New Holland mower, but I haven't ran it in several years, 2 or 3 years now. I just don't care to. So with $6,600 worth of stuff here, you'd probably be like, holy, what the hell? How can all that money be in that box, you know? And it is. It's here. Here's these idlers. That's nice. Nice new idlers. I know where they go. I know exactly where they go. So, because I just ordered them. Now these are bearings, and I got more bearings, and I got some other things, and little slips of paper and crap like this, little bushings and shims, and here's some keyways, and here's some, oh, I know exactly where they go. They're header bolts, parts for the header. This is more clips for the header, and here's more shims and these little sprockets. I had just, to be quite honest with you, I just replaced a bearing. These bearings are not supposed to be replaceable, but I replaced the bearing in the one, and you know, while I have it apart, I'll just use the one I replaced the bearing in as a spare, and I'll put these on as new. And what else do we have in here? I'm really upset that I didn't have that one arm. There's an arm that's missing, and they're going to have to ship that to me because I need it. And these are the spacers that go in there. So I've got all these parts, and I got all these pieces, and you're not really getting much good content here just at this moment, but I'm going to put you down here real quick, and I'm going to walk this in, and I'll be back. Okay, so we could talk about this. This is the rotor. I'm going to take you over to the old rotor and look, the 4960 is all ripped apart. I didn't do that, by the way. The boys did, which is good. So there's the old rotor. There's really nothing wrong with it. This old rotor isn't really that old. I had replaced that 2 years ago when I smacked into that stump. And, you know, you hit stuff with these headers, and you could see that had loosened up and rode. But this rotor is not really in bad shape at all. The worst part about this rotor is the fact that it doesn't keep breaking. It broke this off. And Krone should actually make a replacement part for this. I mean, if anybody from the Krone factory in Germany, Spell, Germany, sees this video and they would like to send me one of those, that'd be awesome, because then I could just replace that. That would be really awesome. But the nice thing about a Krone, and I can talk about this because I have very good experience with these things, is these headers are in three pieces. All right, you've got your rotor, you've got your frame, and then you have the mounting. You have your what I call an accelerator, but this piece here, your top auger and your back auger are attached to the subframe. So you have rotor, frame, subframe. If you smash into something with the rotor, and you bend the rotor and the frame, you can unbolt that thing. There's like 6 bolts, 3 on each side, and that subframe will come right off of there. And then you're good. If you screw up one of these sides, they're in 2 pieces if I remember correctly, and all it takes is you can take the wheel off of that thing, and then you can take half. I think it's in 2 halves. No, it's not in 2. Yes, it is in 2 halves, because the frame ties that into both sides. So it's like a modular piece. So if you do any major damage to it, you can actually buy the pieces you need and fix it, instead of having to buy the whole entire piece and the 3 pieces, or the 3 sections of this thing. And it's crazy when you have to deal with stuff like that. So I really like Krone's idea on that one. And 40,000 bales, come on, that's not bad to go through, to have everything working for 40,000 bales, and $6,600 for parts for 2 different balers. That's not too bad. It was actually $6,100 and change, $6,180 or something for that. And then another $260 and for the other thing. And then they charged me tax for some stupid reason. I don't have to get that back. But yeah, so here's the pieces. Here they are. And now we can talk about the YouTube a little bit. And I don't really want to talk about YouTube too much, because the algorithm will catch me. It will catch me, and it will cause more trouble than it's worth. So, as you all know, I've been doing YouTube for over 10 years. and I enjoy YouTube a lot. I like showing what I do on a daily basis. There are a few things that I don't like about YouTube, like idiots. You know, nobody likes idiots, right? But there are some idiots that follow my channel, and I have to take the good with the bad. And that's just it with every channel. And a lot of channels have died or quit because of idiots. So I can handle idiots pretty good. I mean, every once in a while an idiot will get under my skin. But when you have the company that you are using their server on turn into the idiot that you're dealing with, it becomes rather disheartening. Now, I have no intentions of stopping YouTube. I'm not going to slow down on YouTube. I'm just going to continue to do what I normally do. Yes, I do make money on YouTube. It is just a cold hard fact. I do. I didn't start out to make money on it, but I've gotten money. When I started YouTube, I was making a video a week, maybe a video every other week at times. You know, I wasn't so dedicated to it until I'll use the word they, sent me some information on how to become more successful on that platform and how to make more money on the platform. So I read it, I researched it, I tested it, and it worked. So that's why you get one a day. There are some other platform or some other creators out there that do 6-7 videos a day. Drives me nuts. Can't watch them. Just can't do it. I do one a day. It is roughly edited. As you know, my videos are roughly edited. There's no music. I used to do a little bit of music when I was doing 3 videos a day, or 3 videos a week. I would put some music into it, and I would spend a little more time editing. I would like edit at night, finish it in the morning, and then upload it. But it used to take like 2 hours to upload a video. It doesn't take that long anymore. And the videos had to be under 10 minutes at that time. Now I can go for hours if I want. But whatever. The platform has changed. So they wanted me to do this stuff, or told me I should do this stuff, and that would enhance all of the benefits of YouTube, and it did. It worked, and it worked really well. Now, as you all know, that I am I'm not politically correct. I speak my mind. I don't really care too much what people think about me. I do care what people say about my family and my children. You know, that gets under my skin, but I think that's just every parent. And, you know, I just have, I love my family, I love my farm, and I love the freedoms that I have, even though we're losing more all the time on YouTube and elsewhere in the world, and in this country as well. So, you know, that's kind of disheartening to witness and be a part of. But it's really disheartening to see the country get tore apart. Socialism? Come on, what the hell? You know, we're not a socialist country, and we don't want to be a socialist country. I guess people from socialist countries left their country, came to this country, and then thought that it would be a better idea on this piece of dirt than the piece of dirt that they came from, because it worked so well back there. Just load a revolver and blow your brains out. That's about how it makes you feel. So as far as YouTube or Gobble My Balls is screwing me up, they are screwing up my numbers, but it doesn't, and it is disheartening, and it is hard to continue knowing that the people that you're supposedly partnered with are working against you in the platform that they guided you to be on, to become popular so you would make money as well as them. And now I feel like they're our government and they're undermining us. You know, it's like, hey, do this, this, and this, and we'll give you that. And that's generally how a capitalist society works. You know, I work really hard for 8 or 10 or 20 hours a day. I get a fair wage, and you don't take too much of my taxes, and the services that I do receive, I pay for through my taxes, not the worthless, lazy piece of crap that sits on their porch watching the grass grow, and their children do dope and on their little toddler toys. You know, it's just, that's not what capitalism is about. That's socialism, and I was a witness to socialist programs while I was down in North Carolina, and I found it to be absolutely eye-opening and disgusting to witness what the socialist programs have done to a certain demographic. They are there, and I've seen it, and they're just wild people. They don't give a crap about anybody but themselves, and that welfare check on the first month and the disability check in the middle of the month. So I guess I've said enough about that. Of course, as you notice, I'm not swearing. I'm not using any words that could be tagged or picked up by the algorithm, which by using the word algorithm, that's probably alerting them right now that I'm talking about them, because that computer is a bit of a monster, and it is destroying good channels. They're not destroying my channel. I mean, if they take my channel down, then they've destroyed it, and I guess it's within their right, and then people have to re-find me on another platform or another name, which wouldn't be too hard to redo. But you know, of course, the algorithm's going to watch for my IP address and or whatever. So yeah, so there it is. It's Corey Williams was the guy's name that is quitting in September. That's his 14th year on YouTube. His career on YouTube has come to an end because they've taken 97% of his income. So 97, and he said this in a video of his own, so I'm not speculating or anything. YouTube is 60% of his income, you know, his gross annual income. So if it's 60% of his income, that's a lot of money. This YouTube channel here, yes, I like the money, but if it was to go away tomorrow, it's a very small percentage of my income. Like, I don't even think it's not even, I would say 5% of my income is derived from YouTube. You know, and it's not even cheap to do it. You know, it takes time to stand here and talk in front of a camera. It takes money to buy cameras. It takes money to buy cameras, drones, computers. My internet service provider is, you know, it's like $150 a month for television and an internet. And it's not even fast access. It's not satellite or anything. It's cable. Service Electric Cable is the company. And it's really expensive. So, you know, by the time it's all said and done, that 5% of my income is probably more like 2.5% of my income derived from this little program. So that'll put it in perspective for you how dedicated I am to the people that watch me on here. If it was 60% of my income and I lost half of it, I would be so upset I would probably quit and look for a job. I know there's other YouTubers that their channels have died and they continue to post. Bro, he's one of them. I know he would put a video up and have 1 million views in like no time at all. Now, 24 hours later, he struggles to get 7,000 or 8,000 views. But that's because he's a bit of a dick. You know, he's a bit of a dick. Now, I try not to be a dick. I try to just be me. And most people that have met me on here or off of here, you know, when they meet me in person, they're pretty much like, oh, well, you're really no different than you are on YouTube. Well, why would I be? Now, I've met a lot of YouTubers, and believe it or not, I've met a lot of YouTubers, and out of the YouTubers that I've met, there are only, I would have to say there are only two YouTubers that are identical in their real life as they are on film. And that's not including myself, because that would be 3. You meet me today, I'm going to shake your hand, I'm going to talk to you just like I'm talking to you right here. I think that that's the best way to be, because I'm not talking down to you, I'm not talking up to you, I'm talking to you. I don't know your names. I know a few of you, but I don't know all your names. I couldn't possibly. There's 138,000 of you, which brings me to this other subject of 138,000. Why am I still at 138,000 when I get 1,200 new subscribers a month? I had 138,000 subscribers in May. I have 138,000 subscribers in August. May, June, July, August, 4 months. So, all right, so I should be at about 145, 150,000 subscribers. 145, 150,000 subscribers. It gets to 138,900 and some odd subscribers, and then bam, back to 138,400, 138,100. The lowest I saw it go was 100.
So apparently my battery went dead. Anyway, yeah, talking about subscribers and the numbers, how they have kind of, they're not matching what's actually happening on my channel. Okay, it is what it is. You know, I'm not going to complain about it too much. It's just, I'm perfectly happy talking to 138,000 people, you know, and that's fine. I'm not on this thing as a popularity contest. I've said it over and over again. You know, sponsored channels pass me all the time. People that have the refinement that I don't have pass me all the time, and that's fine. And I love it. I love where I'm at. I'm happy for everyone that's here watching me right now. And I'm, like I said, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not even going to slow down. What the hell? You know, I mean, I'm not. It's fine. It's okay. You know, there's one thing I've learned in life is that there's some things that you just don't have control over. And, you know, there's certain changes that people make that will either make their channels more popular or less popular. I haven't really changed too much. My editing style is still pretty similar as in the old days. I used to put a lot more canned music in and other things like that, but I don't do that anymore. Because, quite honestly, I think it detracts from the content itself. And I like putting up daily content because it's like, okay, this is my Captain's Log, Stardate 2019. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of thing. And, you know, at some point in my life, I'll be old and I'll die. And maybe Google or YouTube will be gone. But these videos will still be out there on the internet somewhere. More than likely accessible to millions of people on a daily basis. And maybe at some point someone will chronicle my life on YouTube for the last over 10 years. You know, maybe I'll make it to 20 years. Maybe Google will remove YouTube. I don't know. But however long it is, I'm pretty much probably going to be here. So, because it's just part of my daily routine. It's still better than milking cows, though. Anyways, with that being said, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe for more. If you don't subscribe, that's okay. If you do subscribe, welcome aboard. And yeah, look at some of the older videos if you want. There's some pretty funny stuff out there. You know, years past, I was able to do other things that I can't do anymore, like blowing stuff up. Just can't do that anymore. Can't do it. Again, the rules. It's again the rules.